Hey, welcome back, everybody, to
Cheers.
Surviving the Badge. We are here at Surviving the Badge Bar. We're having a few beers, talking about some good stuff.
Shooting the shit, talking cop shit.
Absolutely. Tonight, we're going to talk about a Orange County commissioner, Orange County, Florida, that is, not California, thank God.
Yeah, it's just a little bit south of us.
Regina Hill. She's been a commissioner for quite some time, and she was arrested recently for some nefarious actions on her part, and we're going to cover all that, and we will be right back. All right.
Dude, no. Nefarious was your word a couple episodes ago. You got to have have a different word.
Okay, nasty.
Okay, there we go.
All right, so
what happened to that word a day calendar you got?
Tonight, let me get into this beer real quick, because tomorrow is 420.
For all you stoners out there, bro.
For all you stoners, 420.
Where did 420 come from? Why is 420 the stoner day?
I can't remember. I have no idea.
You worked dope, dude.
What?
You worked dope.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember what the hell it was for. I don't know. Anyway, this beer, believe it or not, is from the Sweetwater Brewing Company, and it is called 420. So we figured it was apropos to have some of it. So let's try it out.
You know what?
You got to take another drink.
Okay, sorry.
All right, good.
I'm not hating it. It's an IPA, but it's not like a super punch you in the face kind of IPA.
It is actually an American Pale Ale.
Oh, that's why then.
Yeah, it's an APA.
APA, okay.
So it helps a little bit. It's not quite as hoppy as an IPA. But yeah, it's not too bad, man.
I'll give
tell
it
you
a
what,
7.
It's got some good flavor.
Yeah, it does have some good flavor,
and it's got a good little bit of a bite from the hops. But yeah, I'll give it a 7.25, which is a miracle for me because I don't like anything pale, whether it's I or an A. I don't really care for them.
So our beer moment is brought to us by our sponsors who graciously keep us in beer every week.
And whiskey.
And whiskey. And here's a word from our sponsor.
Mainstreet Realty is your power team for all your real estate needs. Contact us at 407-416-2295 when you are ready to make that move.
All right. So
thanks to our sponsors. We really appreciate it. So let's go in a little bit about Regina Hill.
Well, let's talk about 420 for a second. I knew from a
with that hair, he looks like he celebrates 420 often.
I might get away with it now, but I knew as a cop that I could never do undercover work. I could never pull it off.
Why is that?
I always saw myself. You know how it's important to be self-aware, right? And you know what you can and cannot do.
That hair, he's self-aware.
This is amazing, just so you know.
Anyway, whatever.
This is going to make the subs
I just keep bringing
crazy.
that up because every time he gets a chance, he brings up the fact that I use flintlocks and muskets and everything else. So it's called touche, bitch.
Anyway, speaking of self-aware, so I always knew, you know how you play it in your mind, I'm like, okay, could I do undercover work? And every time I asked myself that, I saw myself walking up to somebody saying, "Excuse me, sir, can I buy some cannabis from you?"
Yeah, because
I knew I couldn't do it.
Unfortunately, I love Camille to death, but he is the biggest nerd of all time. And he admits it. He totally admits it. But he's a fisherman. The guy can build anything with his hands. I mean, he's not some, book nerd that sits in the house all day in a corner reading a book. I mean, the guy fishes, he works on cars, everything else, but he's a nerd.
Yeah, I could not do I just knew I could not do undercover work.
Love you, brother.
What was your first undercover buy?
First undercover buy was in a city south of I go in, I'm right in the car.
Are you nervous?
Oh my God, yeah. Nervous as hell. And we're doing pinhole camera buy walks.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So in other words, we buy the dope and we've got a pinhole camera and a little cooler in the car and it's filming the perpetrators. And we would just walk. Because they're not making
us build the case later.
Yeah, they're known suspects. We all know who they were, and every agent in the unit, all they had to do was look at a picture. Oh, that's Pookie, or that's Jim, or that's Billy, or
T-Bone,
whoever. Yeah, Jermaine, or whoever it was. And so we would just do buy walks. They're safer. There's not a lot of. Dude, I had a 20, and they told me wrap the 20 around my middle finger and just hold half of it out.
Oh, so they couldn't snatch it.
Yeah, so they couldn't just snatch it and haul ass and take your 20, and then you don't have your little piece of rock, or whatever. So
was that Confederate money that you were using?
Here we go. Yeah. See what I mean? Confederate money. You're an asshole. So anyway, he grabs it. He tries to grab it, and I'm like, nah, ain't gonna work, man. It's not my first rodeo. Which, you know what, actually made it better, because they're like, oh, okay, this guy's bought before.
Been around.
You know what I'm saying? He's been around. He's not some stupid ass white boy. And so we bought, and the guy, he tries to grab it, and I pull it back in. Well, now he's in the car.
Okay.
And dude, I'm shitting. I'm like, holy shit. Well, I had a senior agent with me, Rick Homan, who was freaking amazing. Guy looked like a freaking stoner from the 70s. I swear to God. He's with me, and he's like, get out of the car, and he pushes him back by the head, and end up making the transaction. Everything went smooth, freaking hauled ass. And but that was some scary shit, dude. That was freaking scary. I mean, that was my first one,
Absolutely.
I got my cherry broke,
right?
But yeah, it was scary shit.
All right, so let's get into the Regina Hill. I'm sorry.
Regina Hill, Orange County Commissioner. She was arrested on March 28th. The investigation into Hill began after FDLE were tipped off from a former aide. That's where they always come from, man.
You piss off your people, they're going to get you.
Absolutely. Yep. Investigators learned she established power of attorney over a woman and allegedly went on to buy a home with the woman listed as a co-owner without the woman's approval. Additionally, Hill is accused of using the woman's money to buy things like a facelift, IV infusions.
I saw the picture. Facelift didn't work.
No. And I'm going to put a picture of her. It's funny.
Is there a before and after?
Yeah. You can see her all made up and all done up, and then you can see her jail picture.
Oh
my God. Yeah, what a difference. I mean, jail do that to anybody, but this is really bad. A New Year's Eve stay in Miami, a car insurance and dental surgery.
Oof.
All this money was used for.
Damn.
Yeah. So in other words, she wants to get some of them teeths fixed.
Right.
The alleged transactions exceeded $100,000.
Wow. And it drives me. I don't know. I worked a lot of fraud cases, and when you attack the elderly or the helpless, that's a special hate. That's a special place in hell.
It is. It really is. It's like
take advantage of the people who cannot protect themselves, and you're in a position to represent the city and protect the city, and you take advantage of this.
It's one rung on that ladder to hell below people that abuse handicap or indigent people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then the next step would be pedophile, obviously.
But it's definitely on there.
Oh, it's right there. So she took office in 2013 and advocated for more jobs, educational opportunities, business development, affordable housing, District 5.
So in writing, she was doing the right thing.
Oh, it sounded like it. Yeah, it sure did.
What do they say? The proof is in the pudding. What are you actually doing?
She was arrested amongst an investigation into elderly exploitation and fraud, according to Florida Department of Law Enforcement, FTLE. Hey, you know them guys, don't you?
I do.
He does know those guys. According to the arrest reports, Hill was charged with 3 counts of exploitation of the elderly, mortgage fraud, scheme to defraud, and 2 counts of fraud impersonation. She's being held in the Orange County Jail with a $40,000 bond. She's
probably out
bonded
by now.
out. Yeah, she has. She's bonded out by then. But here's what's funny. She was arrested, but she has not been suspended from office yet.
I think she
has now.
I just saw like yesterday or today where the governor took her out of suspended her from position.
Way to go, DeSantis.
Yeah.
Good. The power lied because the power lied within him to suspend her. So she has been arrested numerous times on numerous accounts over the years, and I thought I had it here.
There was a drug charge a while ago before she became
This was way back.
Yeah,
This was when she was younger and all. But
before she
had,
went into the military.
She did, because she enlisted in the U.S. Navy and also spent 25 years as a nurse.
And on paper, if you look at her,
other than the arrest
her
record,
resume, and people make mistakes.
She looked great.
Before people make mistakes, and they're like, you know what, I need to get my life and duty in line. So to join the military, and that usually straightens them out.
I agree.
And it's weird because she seems like a nurse for 25 years, good service record and all that, and then this. So
she had a lengthy criminal history that dates back to the 80s. She was arrested. She was 23 years old. I found it when she was arrested on a controlled substance charge in Orange County. Record shows she was also arrested several times for disorderly intoxication. So she likes her beer or wine or whatever. Using a fake name on her driver's license. She probably had a fake ID so she could drink. And possession of weed and drug paraphernalia.
Well,
okay,
yeah, come on.
None of these are
back in the 80s. Everybody was getting busted for that.
Absolutely.
They don't even bust people for that.
So none of these are huge, but the big huge stinky sore is it appears anyway, and I'm not going to say she has because she hasn't been tried. Everyone's innocent until proven guilty. We do believe that, even though we know that probably guilty, but we're not going to say that.
Right.
It's to take advantage of an elderly female who trusted you.
Yeah.
And you know, everything she has done. I mean, come on, man. Yeah. I mean, is a facelift or injections or all this crap worth sacrificing your good name, your career, and everything else? No, it's not. It's
not like she took money to pay her mortgage or
she couldn't eat,
buy some food or anything.
She couldn't eat. She couldn't pay her power bills. No, these are extras, man.
Yeah,
vacation,
exactly.
Power bill.
This,
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, shame on you, Regina Hill. If these charges are found to be valid and you are convicted, shame on you, because the public put their trust in you. And this is not her first run-in with some nastiness, because I think it was a year or two ago, there was all kinds of stuff flowing around about her, and she was in the news, and it was kind of nasty. But I guess obviously she got over it because she was still in office. But I just, one of our listeners, Mike, thank you very much for the suggestion to do this case. Had brought this to our attention, that he wanted to hear a little bit more about it. My thoughts are that if in fact she has done this, I think at minimum she needs to pay all of the money back.
Yep.
Clear the lady's name from the mortgage.
Yep.
So in other words, sell the house, clear the lady's name for the mortgage so she's not responsible for the mortgage. And then at minimum, never be able to run again for elected office, and at least 2 years probation with community service.
Yeah.
I don't think jail time is going to solve anything with her.
To me, consequences when you victimize elderly, jail.
There you go.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, no, I have no problem with that at all.
Yeah. All right, guys.
But I want to make the victim whole. That's why I said pay back every dime. And if she doesn't do that, screw her. Go to jail.
100% agree with that.
Go to jail.
Part.
Absolutely,
yes.
go to jail. But if she makes the victim whole and makes everybody whole in the whole thing, and nobody's out anything other than the aggravation of all this that happened, then I think probation, community service, whatever. But if she doesn't, screw her. Go to jail.
Okay.
Directly to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
All right. So fallen officers.
Yeah.
We are at 43 right now.
Oh my. Yeah. What happened, man?
I know we were at 20 something, and then shootings and everything.
Holy
and one
cow.
that stood out, I haven't seen in a while.
Like 3 or 4 shows, 4 or 5 shows ago, we were in the 20, low 20s.
I know.
Oh my God. God bless.
One thing that stood out was in last week or so, we had an officer who died from electrocution. Can you guess how?
Taser in the water?
Close. Car crash. car crash in the water, hit a power pole.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
So please be careful out there when you're responding to these car crashes. There might be live wires.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
and if you've heard me snuff a little bit, no, I apologize. I'm getting over a really gnarly cold.
it's all the cocaine.
Sinus infection. So I apologize for that. I've tried to control it as much as I can. I do apologize for that. Yeah. But listen, if you like our content and you got some ideas, hey, our 2 shows ago, I think it was 3 shows ago, whatever, we did a thing on the 911 communications for their telecommunicators week. That was a suggestion by one of our viewers and a good friend. This is a suggestion from a friend. We listen, guys. We listen. It's on our Facebook page, Surviving the Badge. We're on Facebook. There's a page. Follow us. Like and subscribe down here. Give us a comment down below. We do listen. We read every single comment. I get a notification. He gets a notification. We respond almost immediately, if not within a couple hours.
Absolutely.
We respond.
Yep.
Always respond. Now, if it's something racist or something extremely ugly and nasty, I'm
like
deleting
about
it.
my hair.
Yeah. Oh. I'm deleting it, and or he's deleting it. It's just gone. I'm not going to put up with that crap. But anything, we don't always agree with your comments. There's a lot of times we don't agree with your comments. We will make a smart-ass remark back if you've made a smart-ass remark. But you know what? It doesn't mean we don't appreciate every comment that comes through. We really do.
Yep.
You guys are driving this show. We're up over, what is it, 1,200?
1281.
1,281. My God, I can remember 3 or 4 months ago, we were begging for 500.
Yeah.
It's really blowing up, guys. Be a part of it from the ground level. We appreciate everything you guys are feeding us and the comments. I love them. So keep it up. Because remember, at Surviving the Badge,
we still got
your 6. Stay safe out there.